Like, if I'm going to keep encountering these types of people, I want to be able to help and do it right. Hi guys, the Danielle Denise back again with a new video. I just wanted to give you guys something new, something different area of my room, some different lighting for today. Today is going to be just a different kind of video. Today's video is inspired by the month of May. This month is also known as Mental Health Awareness Month, and I figured this would be a good time to share with you guys why I want to become a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. So if you guys do not know, I'm an aspiring psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. I'm starting an entry-level Master's of Science in Nursing program this coming August, and I would like for you guys to follow my journey while I'm in school and leading up to school by subscribing down below and joining my little channel. So let's get started. Let's make this quick. We can do this. Ever since I started sharing with people that I was applying to an accelerated nursing program, and specifically this field, people have had so many questions and really just wanted to know why. Why did I make the change into nursing? Why did I want to become a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner of all specialties and things like that? So what I'm going to share with you guys today is just a brief, like, my journey to now, and then the nitty-gritty as to why psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. I'll be sure to keep it short because I need to keep identities concealed, and there's just things that I'm just not ready to share yet on YouTube. So let's get into my story. Okay, so I have like a quick timeline on my phone. I have a quick timeline on my phone of where I was in life and how it started. So 5th grade is when I officially declared I'm becoming a doctor. And that was it. That's all I cared about. So we used to have these things called career day in elementary school where we could dress up as whatever career we wanted to be in the future. So I decided on doctor. And every year I was a doctor. And I would dress up in a white lab coat, all black with these little black booties and a little play stethoscope. And I carried that with me up into 5th grade, where at the culmination or the graduation ceremony, they called me across the stage and was like, "This is Danielle, and she wants to be a veterinarian." And I had this long paragraph as to why I wanted to become a veterinarian, and all they said was, because she really loves animals. That's not what I wrote. By 11th grade, I had decided that I wanted to become an anesthesiologist. And then I saw how long I would have to go to school. So I said, that's out. And then I found CRNA. And I was like, nursing. When at this time, all I was hearing Danielle, become a nurse. They have these great benefits. You'll never be without a job. They make good money and all of these things. I'm like, but I want to be a doctor. So I had to figure it out. So by the time I went to college, I went in as a bio major, just knowing that that was just what I should do to get to where I needed to go, to med school and be all that I can be. I'll do a separate video as far as all of the career professions that I ruled out, but this is just my journey to where I'm at right now. So I decided I'd be a bio major, and then at my school they had info sessions for the entry-level Master's in Nursing program, and I would go every so often and start applications but never followed through. And at the time it was because there were so many nurse practitioner titles that they offered. I didn't even recognize the psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner route because I don't know. So I just kept it in the back of my mind. And this was also around the time that most of the people I were around, by the time I switched my major, they were in the allied health major because they wanted to be advanced medical professionals, and specifically was interested in becoming a PA or a physician's assistant. So I was like, maybe that's what I'll do. But like I said in my last video, which I'll link up above, standardized testing, not for me. And there are programs that don't require the GRE, but wasn't having it. By the time I graduated from college, I found pathologist assistant, which is another PA, and I shadowed and I looked into it so much, but I realized that you had to have had a a full year of OChem, and I had only had a semester. So I thought I could squeeze OChem into a summer. And I got in that class and I was like a day late in the first week of school, and they had already had a test and a lab quiz. And by the time I got there into lecture, they were having another quiz. And she didn't make lecture any easier because I didn't understand a thing that was going on. So I was in class looking up the last 2 prerequisites I needed for my program that I'm currently about to start, emailing professors like, do you have a spot in your class? Can I join? I did, got in. By the end of class, I was in those classes, dropped OChem, and it was like, it was meant to be. Like, I needed to be on this path. During that time, I had went through some life changes and figured, yep, I want to be a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. Already taking the prerequisites, like not knowing like I'm actually going to follow through with the accelerated nursing program that I chose. I was looking for like a quick BSN like program just to get into and let that be it, but that wasn't the case. I went through something that, a few like life events that I was like, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. And on the way there, I considered licensed clinical social worker like my therapist was, MFT, all those things, but they just didn't quite align with what I wanted for a career for myself and for my future. And I knew that the main thing I wanted was to do was psychotherapy or therapy in general, but I also knew that I couldn't go without being able to diagnose. But I also knew I did not want to go to med school. So being a psychiatrist was also out of the question. It was out. So I looked up programs, and turns out my alma mater was the school with this program on this side of the country. And I was like, well, say it ain't so. And I applied and boom. So to get into the nitty gritty of why I'm becoming a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner, when I first solidified the idea of psychiatric and mental nurse practitioner last January 2018, I received a phone call about a friend. So growing up, I had a childhood friend who we lived next door to each other, and she was like my best friend. And we moved apart and lost touch for many years, and I always wanted to reach out and find her and, you know, talk to her. I like always had this idea in my head that she grew up and became like an Instagram model or something, and she's like so pretty, because she was really pretty when we were younger and like just so adorable. And I just had this idea of her, of who she became, and I always just wanted to find her again and just like catch up or something, and never got a hold of her. But I finally received an update January 1st, 2018. Never got to see her again, but still played a very significant role in why I'm choosing this. And I say that to say it's because I won't share how she passed, because that's not my business to tell. But I will say that I encounter the same type of person quite often. I come close to and befriend a similar type of person, whether it's someone who has been diagnosed with a mental health disorder, someone who is involved in substance abuse of any sort, or eating disorders and such, and I hold them very close to me. And I'm very empathetic, so in that regard, I never want a person to feel like they don't have a person to talk to or speak to when they need somebody, and I want to be their person. And if they don't want me to be their person, I won't. I'll step back. So just encounters like that, and I notice it tends to be the people that I bring closest to me that struggle with this, and I'm always trying to be there and give advice and do these things and be a listening ear. Whether they choose to stay in my life or not, it's their choice. Just these experiences, and they happen so often, and different type of people, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, I've even had people who just meet me, share their life story, and act like I don't exist. So if I'm going to be someone's diary, not dump, but diary, so be it. But I reached a point where I wanted to learn how to do it right. and that's why I wanted to become a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. In just my personal life, I'll share my personal story one day, just being bullied and feeling unaccepted for so many years. I went through a lot my adolescent years, and that was a big push. But from there, from my adolescence to not wanting others to ever feel what I felt growing up, that is why I want to be able to help and to do it right. I need the skills, and that's why I'm doing it. And I feel like this is my best option for the care I want to provide, for the lifestyle I want to live, and for the things that I can do and beyond nursing for mental health. So with that, happy Mental Health Awareness Month. Happy May. That's my story. And if there's ever something that I feel I left out, I'll probably leave it in the description. I gotta wrap it up here. My battery's dead. I'm at like 4% now. The sun is down. This is it. I'm oily. Be sure to subscribe. You can make my channel a safe place for you, or a safe space. Comment down below anything you guys want to see or hear. Yeah, I try to get back to you guys in the comments. If you guys want to talk about anything, if you're interested in this career field or just have questions, let me know. Leave it down below. Be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.